Six Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Six Talk.
We're back at it again, baby. Woo! Come on.
The new and improved setup. We said last episode that this episode will be better. And I think...
Did we say that?
Yeah, we did. we
Okay,
we promised it'll be better.
Literally. Oh, listen. A little bit of life adds life to the set, bro.
Literally.
A plant has brought life to the set. Light has brought life to the set. And now look how happy he is. He's never been happy to be here before.
Back. Yeah, I'm so hyped.
He's never been so happy.
We took like an extra 25-30 minutes
Yeah.
for setup, but
Luckily,
it's
we
okay.
don't gotta do it again.
Yeah, it's worth it. It stays in place.
Listen, bro,
for
the sad thing is, this is the last episode of the top 10 series.
Really, you're sad? I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm happy because we have so many good episodes
Yeah,
planned,
true.
and we have like 4 bangers that we want to get out before.
I think the last top 10 list also signifies the NBA season's right around the corner.
Yes.
So, and we've got basketball recently.
We have.
I watched the Toronto Raptors play today.
You did.
I wish I could say better than than it was, but
I mean, to going back to the episodes we have planned.
We have in store some fun stuff.
We have this one. We obviously have our standings that we've been talking about, West and East.
Yeah.
And then we have our award predictions. So
Yeah.
we have some banger. When does the NBA season start?
October 22nd.
Damn. So right after I'm done all my school.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's when your exams are done?
Because my exams, I have 2 exams on the 21st.
Yeah.
Essay due on the 22nd. Finish it before the season opener.
Yeah.
And we here.
This is random, but do you ever what's it called? I always find it interesting to see the GPAs of all these NBA players. You know Ben Simmons had a 1.7.
That's crazy.
Clearly translate to his play on the court. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Brooklyn won him this summer.
Jaylen Brown had a really good GPA, right?
Yeah,
people were
that's what it was.
People
Yeah,
were
Jaylen
worried
Brown.
to draft him because he was so smart.
Because he was so smart. Why'd I have to do anything with?
Because I think they're like, oh, he's not going to take basketball seriously because he's going to focus on his studies.
That makes absolutely zero
no.
sense. And clearly, goddamn, if they pass on him because of that, they're stupid then. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Preseason started. Who is what are some of the standouts in your opinion? Anything that you've seen that you feel like you want to talk
Honestly,
about?
obviously, I know this is preseason, so everything we look at
nothing matters.
Has to be taken with a grain of salt, but the New York Knicks,
Yeah.
Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson have looked amazing.
Offensive.
I didn't see the Minnesota game today.
Yeah.
But I heard some of the drama.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards went off. Dante DiVincenzo had some words to say.
That know how much I love that though.
Yeah, it's
that makes the NBA so much more.
It's
this is why I always bring it up. People call me stupid for liking Dylan Brooks, bro. People are like, he's weird. He's entertaining, bro. I like entertainment. I watch basketball be entertained, bro. Trash talk is entertaining. The villain stuff is entertaining.
Fair point.
DiVincenzo talking trash to Rick Brunson when he's friends with Rick Brunson's son. It's entertaining, bro. And it's how you
jokes. Yeah.
saying yo, you traded me. This is what happens when you give me a chance to shine or whatever.
I mean, fair point.
Yeah, bro. He's playing well. How much do you have today? Again, preseason. So
Yeah.
15 points on good efficiency. 6 for 11. 7 assists. He's balling, man. I don't know, bro. I feel like that's gonna be a game to watch out for. Knicks versus Wolves.
Yes,
I
agree.
I think it's gonna be an insane matchup in the regular season, and next year they're gonna make it a Christmas Day game.
Probably, yeah. If the players stay.
Yeah, of course. But
'Cause-
who's gonna leave?
Yeah, true.
I don't think anyone's gonna leave. Unless Randall, he pulls some diva stuff. But,
Who stood out for you?
For me, looking through all these teams, and I mentioned this before, I think Jaden Ivey has had a very, very good,
I wanted to bring that up, but again, I'm like, I don't know if I want to talk about player stats too much because, again, it's preseason.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
He might be dropping these numbers, and then come regular season, he's back to the same old Jaden Ivey. But they played the Warriors today. 19, 2, and 4 on 70% efficiency. Something we haven't seen from Jaden Ivey ever.
Yeah.
Efficient performance. Against the Suns, 16, 5, and 2, 58%. Against the Suns again, how much? 16, 4, and 5 on 46%.
Yeah.
Not as good, but he's putting up good numbers, man. They won one of those games. this could be a good. And he's so young, man. People
He is,
forget.
yeah. He was like a lottery pick, right?
Listen,
or
man,
like high.
I know we say it every single goddamn year, but this might be the year Detroit do.
Think so?
Maybe not playing.
Are you high on them?
Huh? I mean, we'll see with our standing video. You know, I don't want to give
Because
too much away.
I know one team you're high on.
I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah.
But like, here's the thing, man. Eventually, this team is gonna have to take some sort of jump.
Yeah,
they're not
for
gonna be 15 seed forever.
That's the thing.
Like,
and I
you
think
know?
new coach, they added some good spacing.
Yeah.
That's another thing
Yo,
that stood out.
Tobias Harris is not a bad player.
He's not. I think a lot of people. I hate when. I mean, I do. I get victimized of doing this sometimes.
Yeah.
You refer to the player to their contract.
Yeah.
Which makes you think of the player much worse than they actually are. Like Tobias Harris on like a 15 million a season. It's a good deal.
Yeah.
Like he's a good player. He can hit the three. He's a good rebounder, and he can light it up sometimes. Do you have anything else to say about the Pistons? Because there's something else that stood out to me in preseason.
Yeah, I mean, what I was gonna say is I think getting Tobias Harris is like adding another piece, man. There's not a lot of teams that like added something to their roster through free agency. The free agent class was weak. He was one of the better free agents, and like you saw Houston do it with Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet. Quote unquote bad contracts, but they brought him up, almost made the goddamn play in.
Yeah.
You remember that late surgence in the surgence? That was not that your Warriors.
It made it, I know.
Made the Warriors scared,
and then the Warriors played the Rockets, and then that's how you knew it was like over.
Literally, bro. Like, what's it called?
It gave some more hype in the, towards the end of the regular season. For me, another thing that stood out was Paul George with the 76ers. Obviously, no Joel Embiid, but the way he performed, I'm excited to watch that team. And I know you're not a Joel Embiid fan, but I'm excited to see how Philly clicks and how either Maxey takes that backseat or Paul George takes that backseat. So I'm very intrigued by that, And it seemed like from all the comments, it looks like Maxey is going to remain the same player, and it looks like Paul George has been fitting in well.
Yeah. Off the top of my head, by the way, just a couple players that I wanted to name. Peyton Pritchard had a good preseason. Jamal Sheds played really well. That's our 45th pick. What's his name? Alex Sars looked a lot better than he did in Summer League. Isaiah Hartenstein has looked incredible, but we expected that. But he's
a good player.
But he looked so goddamn good on that Thunder team.
I
think they should start him.
So
I think they need to
for
start
that
him.
Thunder team.
Who else? Zach Eves looked good. Khalil Wares looked good. I'm missing someone, and it's gonna bother me when I watch it back. I'm missing someone. Oh, screw it. It's gone. Okay. I can't think. my brain is gone, bro.
Couple of things that also stood out to me before we get into our top 10. I talked about Paul George, obviously. The Warriors, it's preseason, but like
3-0.
The way Buddy Hield has fit into this team, he is like playing better than
people are forgetting. Like, I think it's last season. What did Klay Thompson do that Buddy Hield can't?
And that's what I'm saying. I was thinking about this. I think
maybe defense.
I think the Warriors got better this offseason. And am I crazy to think that? No. They added Melton, who's I would say above average defender. They've added Buddy Hield, who's basically like when it comes to shooting.
Klay Thompson with slightly worse defense.
Yeah,
but like. I think what's it called? Offensively, Klay Thompson was selling the bag a lot last season.
I think the thing with Klay Thompson, he has those heat checks. With Buddy Hield, he's not going to have those heat checks as much.
Sorry, I just remember the name Ryan Dunn. Ryan Dunn. That's what I wanted to mention on the Suns.
Yes.
He went off today. About it. He's been defending at elite level, and he's been shooting the three at elite level, which is insane.
And then they also added Kyle Anderson, who's like, he has those times where he can be like a playmaker.
Did you see him shoot a quick three? I saw a video of him shooting a quick three. And I almost like jumped off my bridge. Slow-mo shot a quick three.
On times 2 speed?
Crazy, literally. It was insane, bro. It was insanity.
And then the last thing that stood out to me was the Phoenix Suns. And I don't know if you've seen the numbers, but the Phoenix Suns are attempting way more threes. They are in the preseason than they did last year. I think I saw a stat where heard someone say that they attempted more threes in the first half than 9 games of their last season.
Damn.
So I think this is something to do with their new coach, Mike Budenholzer, and that's something he always...
You see a shift in the style of play whenever a coach changes, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's a huge thing. And I think obviously with Tyus Jones on the team, Monte Morris, their assist to turnover ratio was nasty. I don't remember the exact number. But the Phoenix Suns looked better. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And we talked about, about my fantasy team, and I'm like, I want to trade for Bradley Beal
Yeah,
because I was looking at,
I think in this system he's gonna have a better season last time.
I think so. That's kind of why I'm trying to buy him low.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna give you his stats, not his stats, but the 3-point attempts.
Yeah.
If I'm just pulling it up.
Shooting it a lot more. I mean, Phoenix. I know you're very high on Phoenix. Just that West is very.
I know the rest. So Buddy Hield, the last 3 games, shot 3 threes, 4 threes, 6 threes.
The Buddy Hield.
No, sorry, Bradley Beal. So that's kind of why I was like, should I trade for him?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's another thing that stood out to me. But I'm so glad basketball's back.
Give me one, and we'll move on to the top 10. What, as a Warriors fan, one overreaction to them, and I'll give you one overreaction as a Raptor fan.
I mean, we top 6.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like the 3-point shooting was clicking.
Yeah.
We're still back. We're not back. But you know what I mean? Like I'm excited. When we said this, I'm so happy we got Buddy Hield because I love Buddy Hield.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should be like.
I'm excited. I'm hyped
hyping
for
up
him.
Buddy Hield.
I'm so hyped for him. I want to pull
Him
up his,
and Milton have had good.
Yeah, I wanna.
And Lindy Waters.
Yeah, Lindy Waters.
Lindy Waters is shooting lights out.
I mean, it's preseason.
Yeah,
So
like,
that's
what I mean, man. Like,
that's-
it's got them, like, shout out Lindy Waters, bro. That's a Thunder legend, man.
Yeah, Buddy Hield. 12 points, 10 points, 22 points, 5 points.
That 22-point game, bro, he couldn't miss.
Yeah, he couldn't.
Miss.
6
Like,
threes.
it was insane.
That's another guy I want to trade for fantasy, but
I'll
the
give
guy's
you-
not budging.
I'll give you my one overreaction.
I know who it is.
Who?
I know it. No, you go. I wanna,
Jamal Shed?
Yeah.
Just, bro, like, he is an absolute... I'll give you 2, though. Jamal Shed and Davion Mitchell. I think we've found 2 really good gems for, what's it called? For our guards. For our guard spots.
and Davion Mitchell isn't a bad player. Like,
Bro, Davion Mitchell, the only reason they traded him was because to free up room to sign DeRozan.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
And
that trade, in hindsight, looks like insane. Obviously, they did to free up DeRozan, but Davion Mitchell, Jamal Shed, and a Portland second for Jalen McDaniels is like insane. And Sasha Vezenko, but like he's gone.
Yeah.
He's in
Wait, Jamal
Greece.
Shed was part of the deal?
Yeah. We got their second round pick
shit.
for that. And we ended up picking
Yeah.
Jamal Shed, who's a seasoned player. He's a dog on defense. He's insane. Like
I saw you
the
those clips you
activity,
sent me.
Yeah.
It was
It's
crazy.
Just, if he gets his 3-point shot, man, he could be like some Drew Holiday level, maybe a smaller Drew Holiday for us, in the future. But yeah, that's what's exciting about it. The only and then on negative side, an overreaction is the way Scotty Barnes is doing.
Yeah.
But
That was
when
me
you
with
think
Steph.
when you think what's it called rationally, you realize first time he's played basketball since goddamn March.
Yeah.
Maybe even I think he got injured in February, March. Second of all, it's goddamn preseason. He's jogging out
Exactly.
there.
Yeah. His first game wasn't
And
terrible.
also, I want to say this: Scotty Barnes. Look at the people he's playing with, right? Jonathan Mobo, Ocha Abaji, Jakob Pertl, Jamal Shed, Davion Mitchell. What do these guys have in common? None of them can shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
When Grady Dick is the only 3-point shooter who he was playing with tonight. And that congests the goddamn paint.
Yeah.
He needs shooters around him.
Exactly,
So
yeah,
when
for
you
sure.
add an Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett, even like a Bruce Brown, Jacoby Walter, when he's
And
hitting the
that's the
shot.
thing. It's so. That's what
Kelly Olynyk.
preseason has to be taken with such a grain of
Yeah,
salt.
yeah.
You say Bruce Brown. It's really funny. Going 2K, I was playing my career, and
Yeah.
you know those things where you have Nikola Jokic challenged me, and I had to verse him
Yeah.
outscore him. I dropped 100 bomb, by the way, on
Okay.
that night. But they had me guarding Jokic, and I just took Bruce Brown, sat in the paint. Bro went shot 2 for 17. It was terrible. But he was leading the Nuggets.
Hopefully not in real life. Hopefully not in real life, man. Or hopefully in real life for another team after we trade him. You know what I mean? But that's my hope.
Do you wanna start with the top 10 list?
Yeah, honorable mentions.
Yes,
that's what we're doing
do
first.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just pull up my list.
Yeah. Real quick, how hard was it for you? I said centers was the hardest list for me. I think centers is the most talented list. I'll just put it out there.
Really, I think
opinion.
it was still power forwards for me, but this was a close.
But that's the thing. That's how I judge it. My 10th was Mobley. I don't think Mobley's better than my 10 for the centers. I don't think Mobley's better than one of my honorable mentions for the centers.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Who's your honorable mentions?
So I'll name them person by person. You tell me if you have them or not.
Yep.
DeAndre Ayton, honorable
Okay.
mention. Jared Allen is an honorable mention.
Yes, he was on my honorable mention.
Miles Turner is an honorable mention.
Yes.
And then the last one I have written down, Alperen Sengun did not crack my top 10.
Really.
Yeah. Who's your last honorable mention? Because I feel like it's between.
I had Nick Claxton.
Nick Claxton. I didn't
Yeah.
think of him. But,
I didn't think about who's the first guy you mentioned.
DeAndre.
Yeah, I didn't think about him. And then I had KP.
That's your boy though.
Kristaps
You have KP as your
Yeah.
honorable mention. Well, number 10 at my 10 spot, I have Kristaps Porzingis.
At number 10, I have
Yeah.
Alfred
Okay.
Sengun.
What's going on? That makes sense. Thank God. No shocks right there. No goddamn Paolo at at 15.
Watch that episode.
Yeah.
It's a bang. If you don't want to watch the episode, watch the clip.
Watch the clip.
Watch the clip.
I got so heated.
Watch the clip.
But I'll tell you this, with Kristaps Porzingis, he would be higher if he did not get injured. He is going to be injured this season, and he's an injury-prone player. But I have to give him credit
For the championship.
for the championship.
That is fair.
Baller. Alperen Sengun, the only thing he really, really needs to work on, man, that defense. That defense is incredibly weak. I think he could have been an all-star last season, Sengun.
For Sengun.
Same with Kristaps Porzingis. You know,
Yeah.
he was under consideration as well. I just went with the person that won the chip. I just went with the person that I feel like I would rather have on my team. I would rather have Kristaps Porzingis than Alperen Sengun.
Yeah.
But
and that's fair.
Going back to it, if you want to play devil's advocate, you could be like, I would rather build around Alperen Sengun than Kristaps Porzingis. But I have to be fair. I have to stay true to myself, and I think Kristaps Porzingis.
I feel like
I think the entire Boston Celtics starting lineup is a top 10 player. Every single position is a top 10 player. Brown ended up being 2. Tatum ended up being 2 or 3.
I feel like your KP pick is kind of like where you had Drew Holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the Drew Holiday pick. Which is fair. I
value the championship, bro.
I had Sengun at 10 because I think he's going to take another leap this year.
Yeah, okay.
For me, again, the whole building around, he looks to me like a baby Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
And if the playmaking's there, that kind of the all-around game is there. Obviously, the shooting is not there quite yet, so hopefully that's something he can improve. But he averaged 21, 9, and 5 on 53% shooting. Stats are stats, but he was my number 10. I do think he's going to take a leap this year. I don't know if that leap is going to translate into playoffs or in the play-in, but
Okay.
he's my top.
No, number 9. Who do you have at number 9?
For number 9, I have. Sorry, I lost my list for a sec. I have Karl-Anthony Towns.
Karl-Anthony Towns at 9. Okay.
Yeah.
I have Rudy Gobert at 9.
Okay.
So I went with his old teammate at 9. Why do you have Cat that low?
Again, I didn't want to keep him, but I think when I look at from the top 10 list, defense plays a big factor to me. And obviously Karl-Anthony Towns.
But Sengun's a top 10 player.
Yeah, but again, the players that are above him either have
fair enough,
crazy offense or their defense is really good. Again, this is not something I wanted to do, but I have him at 9 just because obviously I've seen the spacing. I know it's also tough because I haven't seen him play the 5 in 2 years. Yeah. So that's kind of why. But he offensively, he's there. And last time,
you don't forget it.
That's the thing. That's where I was getting to.
Yeah.
The last time I saw him play the 5. The defense wasn't the greatest. So I'm hoping again, this is not really a projection, but I'm hoping he can improve that defense and I can see him maybe being a top 7.
I'm interested to see how he is defensively because we saw him for the first time in his career buy in defensively, but he was at the power forward.
Exactly.
So I'm really interested to see how he does at that. I just went Rudy Gobert because I feel like the playoff dropping, it's not he's an elite defender, man. But I can't put him over Karl-Anthony Towns. Just thinking about who I would rather have at my center position.
No, that's fair.
I feel like Rudy Gobert, he's a winning basketball player. I don't know if he can win me championships.
Yes. And
I'm still questioning about that. Down the stretch, obviously.
Yeah.
Rudy had a great season.
For me,
last
it was
year.
actually interchangeable because my spoiler alert, my 8 is Rudy Gobert.
My number 8 is Karl-Anthony.
Okay, so there you go. I feel like this is Sengun and KP. There's not much arguing to do.
I'm scared our entire list is just going to be interchangeable.
Honestly,
one position.
Actually, maybe. So again, you kind of brought it. I wanted to mention something else. An honorable mention for me was Isaiah Hartenstein.
Okay.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
I was debating if to put him on, but obviously he could not make the cut.
Mm-hmm.
For me, let me defend Rudy. I think for DPOYs, you can't take that lightly. A lot of people say that he's not a good defender, blah, blah, blah. Yes, he has Luka Doncic in space and Luka shoots over his head top. But at the end of the day, what Rudy Gobert does for a team defensively, we saw this Minnesota Timberwolves. They were Minnesota Timberwolves.
We need a compilation of every mispronounced thing.
I'm like Charles Barkley.
Yeah, literally.
I just stutter on my words. But we've seen the improvement by the Minnesota Timberwolves on the defensive end. Like last year, they finished top 2 in defense. You know, so and that's a big part of that is Rudy Gobert. You know, he has that perimeter help. Again, at times we've seen that he can fold in the playoffs because, you know, the mismatches and stuff. But again, when you're 7'1", I don't expect.
I don't blame him for
exactly
getting cut by Luka Doncic. Man.
Like it's Luka Doncic.
Yeah,
like freaking Jaden McDaniels.
What's it called?
You're playing one of the best players in the league.
I put Cat over Gobert because I mean it looked at last season. I thought Cat people forget he made an All-Star team last year. And then this year he's literally, I think, for the New York Knicks, you got to think about who's going to have that drop between Cat and Mikal Bridges. And in my opinion, it's going to be Mikal Bridges.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
Karl Anthony Towns is going to be that second option, which is exciting.
You kind of convinced me to have Cat higher, but I'm not mad at the Rudy pick. And again,
stick with your list.
Yeah, no, I'm staying on my list. But again, the 4 DPOYs is what pushes. I don't think Rudy is going to fall off defensively going into next season. You know. Maybe Cat can improve, but it's going to be interesting, you know?
I quite literally almost deleted my entire list, by the way.
You could have.
My heart literally dropped, But we're good. Number seven.
I have Chet Holmgren.
I have Chet Holmgren.
Okay.
Well,
I'm really worried our list is going to be the
from
exact
here.
Same.
Yeah, I'm scared a little bit, but I'll tell you this about Chet Holmgren, right? Like the reason I have him over Karl Anthony Towns is that deep. I think Chet Holmgren, I think he got, and people don't talk about this enough, I do think he got robbed of all defense last year.
You think so?
There was 2.3 blocks per game.
Oh, wait, defensive player of the year or all defensive teams?
All defense.
Okay.
He was not a defensive player.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all that, but I think people really it's scary because they used to underrate this, but now they're overrating defensive guards.
Yeah.
Like a guy like Alex I need to watch myself here because I don't know. It's up in the air. It is close. I think Chet Holmgren had a better defensive year than Alex Caruso last season. Just in my humble opinion, I think he was a better.
I think
defensively.
Stocks when looking at defensive, all defensive teams.
But
you look at again. I'm not disagreeing.
Bro,
with you.
Chet can guard the perimeter.
I'm just giving you a side where I think they look at also the advanced stats as well, you know. But
no, I hate advanced stats.
But no, I agree with. Honestly, you can make that case. Caruso's great and all. But
I didn't hear anything about Chet Holmgren and all defense. That's why I was a little bit shocked. I think he makes one this year. Yeah. I think he could be a potential defensive player of the year candidate this season, especially if OKC play the way they do.
Yeah.
I think he could be a third All-Star for the OKC Thunder between him, J-Dub, and Shea. And depending on the season he has, I think OKC is going to have a good year. I have to credit that. I'd put him 7.
Yeah. For me, I just talked about 2 players before.
Yeah.
And every case I defended for them, you haven't Chet.
Yeah.
I talked about defense for Rudy Gobert. Chet has that.
Yeah.
I talked about shooting and spacing the floor for Cat.
Center is huge.
Chet has that.
I wish it's been
Chet,
so long since the Raptors have had a shooting big.
This might be crazy, but I do think Chet has Wemby potential. And I think that might be a stretch to a little bit. I'm not saying he's going to be this with Chet thing, but I can see him being that under Chet, when Luka came into league and he was becoming better and better, they compared him to LeBron as LeBron's,
The one thing Chet needs to work on is that rebounding. But I think him playing, that's why I think they need to start Hardenstein. Him playing at the 4 really takes away the whole rebounding issue.
I love it because, again, he's a 4 that can space the
floor.
He's
lanky.
There you go. He can
lanky.
play inside. He can play perimeter.
And also, preseason, but the minutes we saw of him and Isaiah Hartenstein, they played 2-man action with Chet Holmgren as the roller, bro. You know how insane that is.
Pick and roll, right?
Yeah. We played to Isaiah Hartenstein. He passed it to
He's
Chet
a good
Holmgren.
playmaking.
It's insane. It's bro.
I mean, I don't think there's much.
No
to
worries,
say.
man. I'm glad.
I wish I could put Chet
I'm
higher.
glad the Toronto Raptors are not competing. Right now.
There's not much to say about Chet, but I wish I could put him higher. But I think the people I have above have already solidified themselves better than Chet. Mm-hmm. Who's your 6?
My number 6 is Domantas Sabonis.
Okay.
What's it called? Now, again, 6 and 5 were really, really close. But Domantas Sabonis, the only reason I had him over Chet is because I had to give credit. He was an MVP candidate last season.
He
was I think top he was actually top like 6 or something.
Yeah.
Like cuz the thing is, but like again, take it with a grain of salt cuz people would just vote Giannis, Luka, and then there'd be this one dumbass reporter that put Domantas Sabonis as like the 3rd best player in the league, right? But that just shows how good of a season he had that year. I think Sacramento, I think DeMar DeRozan, I feel like whenever he joins a new team, he brings something to them, right?
Yeah.
Did it with San Antonio a little bit. Did it with
the Bulls. They were like crazy.
They were insane, and then
You know,
it's like
Lonzo,
slowed down
yeah.
a little bit. But I think Sacramento is going to be a surprising team. Just the West is so stacked.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. But yeah, Sabonis gets everything. Boards, points, underrated defender. Somehow, still to this day, is an underrated defender.
He is. And he's just that big body cruiser, you know? Like you don't want to mess with him.
It's like literally, bro. Like watching him play, his post control is insane.
Question, while talking Sabonis, have you watched the starting 5?
I haven't. I need
Bro,
to start.
I finished episode 3. It's actually a banger.
Is it like
It's
really
sick.
I saw ESPN also started an original series. It's called Clutch. It's like the starting 5, but for the NBA playoffs last season.
No
so
way.
I wanna watch.
When is that coming out?
It's out. It's
Really?
out. Yeah, it's an ESPN original.
Oh,
so yeah,
is it a document like series or a movie?
It's a series.
Oh,
so what's it
bro,
called?
there's so many.
That's
good
on
shows
the what's it called?
Watch it.
That's on the watch list now
Yeah.
as well. But yeah, I gotta start watching.
So
Starting 5.
I don't think you'll be surprised by my pick. Number 6, I have Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
The reason I have him this high and the defense by Bam is, I would say, underrated. Like, he has defensive player of the year potential, you know? And obviously he's going to be hard with Victor, Rudy and all that. But the way he can guard the perimeter to a certain extent, the rim protection is great. The mid-range shot is there. The three-point shot is looking better and better and better. I'm referring to FIBA, and I know we don't like to do this, but that is like the last brand of basketball.
And to give that a little bit of credit, he had like a 9 game stretch where he was shooting the 3 really well last season.
Yeah.
So like, what's he got?
I hope he can put that into
That's
his
why
game.
I forgot which list it was, but I told you I would have Bam Adebayo a lot higher, which is why my number 5 is Bam Adebayo. Now, I told you about this in in a different episode, that I have him a lot higher than a lot of people thought. Man, FIBA showed me this. Bro, the defensive versatility.
Good.
And another thing about him, he makes every single person on that team better. And I've never realized it before, how much he does that before. He's such a smart player.
And it's crazy because he's like undersized.
I was literally just gonna say he's an undersized center.
He's
People
6'9".
forget about it.
He's 6'9".
But the presence makes it feel like he's 7'2".
Yeah,
like
facts.
it's insane. The fact that he hasn't won a defensive player of the year before is like shocking to me.
Yeah.
Because I think he's been top 3 like a bunch of years in a row. And yeah, man, Bam Adebayo is my number 5, which a year ago, if you told me that I would put him here, I'd call you crazy.
No, literally.
You know me. Me and Bam Adebayo have had I've called him overrated at times, called Pascal Siakam better at times. It's not even a debate to me anymore. I think Bam Adebayo is very clear.
Yeah,
And
he can
he's a part of the Heat's future.
He's a center that can also play like a forward, which I love. And I would say the playmaking isn't terrible.
For the day if he has even like a resemblance of like a Scotty Barnes type of shooting, like a 34% type of season, next level of his game, right?
And I think
and then they can start playing Kalel Ware at 5.
Yeah,
at the 5.
I'm really confident that to come.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I think FIBA gave him the push.
Bro, he played the 4 in FIBA a little bit.
That's what I'm saying.
With AD and
he played him, and that's
why
why we've been saying, you said, I hope they start him at the 4 and put Kalel at the 5. You know,
because think about that lineup with Kalel Ware, bro. Hero, Rozier, Butler, Bam, Kalel Ware.
That's a good starting 5.
Badass lineup, bro.
And you've watched more Kalel Ware than I have, so you can attest to this more. But again,
I saw a report. He's Derek Lively with a 3.
Yes, I saw that too.
that report.
I saw that, and you said to me go. I'm like, yo,
yeah.
shit.
You're like, bro.
Maybe I should have picked him up in fantasy.
Literally, bro. Yeah.
For those of you know, we started a new fantasy league, so
that's all you're gonna be hearing about this entire year, bro.
Nah, I'm hyped for Bam. I'm hyped
very
to Bam.
excited. I'm very excited about the Miami Heat. Honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't say excited. I'm more intrigued.
I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah, I'm more intrigued.
I'm gonna be.
by them,
They're one of my teams that I'm watching, and we'll talk about our watch list.
Yeah,
like,
I was actually debating, should we do like a tier list episode
of
for that?
watchable.
Yeah.
We'll talk about like some teams that we're gonna be like that are on our like watch. Like I will be tuning in whenever they're on the TV. You know what I mean.
So for my number 5, I have Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah.
And again, like you mentioned, at times he obviously got MVP votes. I can't look past that, even though for that one weird person that put him, you know. But like,
that's insanity.
There has to be a reason as to why.
Yeah.
He's being put there, you know.
Robbed of All-Star, by the way.
Yeah, he was 100% raw. And at times he was better than De'Aaron Fox.
He should have made it over Karl Anthony Towns.
I think at times it's like, who is the best player on the team? You know, it's like, is it... I feel like this is obviously very different, but similar situation. Like on the Toronto Raptors, when you had DeMar and Kyle, you're like, who's the best player on the team?
Yeah.
Like DeMar is the clear thing, but Kyle shows up where he's the best player.
Literally.
You know? And similarly, that's Sabonis with the Sacramento Kings.
And that's why, like, I like that example because, like, stat-wise, it was DeMar, but like eye test, you saw the impact Kyle Lowry had. I'm not saying. I promise you, I'm not calling De'Aaron Fox at DeMar level. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's disrespectful to playoff. What's it?
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox. Definitely not playoff DeRozan. But what's it called? Domantas Sabonis does a lot of stuff like off the stat.
I think we need a compilation.
Yeah. Damn it,
bro. Like, look.
I was hoping that would side by Domantas Sabonis. It does a lot of things that don't show up on the stat.
Yeah.
That's why I mess with him. Number 4.
Number 4. Also, one more thing to add. I talked about the starting 5. I was like, when I'm like, yo, why would they add Sabonis? But it's really like cool to see.
It's cool to see a player.
Did you know Sabonis? I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah.
Did you know Sabonis' father?
Yeah.
Was one of the oldest rookies? Like a 30. I completely forgot about
oldest
that.
rookies?
Like he was a 31-year-old rookie.
Oh, because he probably played in like Europe. Yeah.
And his like
a Mitchell type.
The way they talked about him was crazy.
Arvidas Sabonis is a legend.
But like people forget. But like Kevin Garnett was like hyping his up. Like he was.
Arvidas Sabonis is a goddamn legend.
He's great, and it was so cool because like.
Did he make the top 75 list?
I'm
googling.
I doubt it.
Did Arvidas Sabonis?
While you search that up, it was kind of cool because like obviously they have like Sabonis' wife in the documentary, and it's kind of seen like
he didn't make it, but there's a lot of people saying that he should have made it.
Damn.
There's a Reddit thread. Should Arvidas Sabonis have made top 75?
Damn, these guys are the thing. But yeah, really quickly before we move on, it's kind of cool because like Sabonis obviously grew up in a household where his dad was an NBA player, so like not enough time. So Sabonis tries to do everything where he can make time for his kids, and it was so cute to see, you know. His and then they showed the stomp by Draymond Green.
It's fun to see. Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did. And like they got their reactions. Like Sabonis was like, to be honest, like I don't have any hard feelings. It's like ball at the end of the day.
Sabonis is such a cool dude. Man.
Yeah,
he wouldn't seem like a kind of guy. I like seeing that side of players that don't get that much media attention. I've seen behind the scenes of LeBron James.
Exactly.
Right? Like I'm not gonna watch it for him. I've seen behind the scenes of Jason Tatum because the Celtics are so good. Yeah. I want to see behind the scenes of guys like Domantas Sabonis, Jimmy, even Jimmy Ant. But like that's the thing, I've seen behind the scenes of Jimmy as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen who he is. I know what type of person Jimmy is. I don't know about Domantas Sabonis. A little bit of Ant started already gotten that media attention. I haven't seen like anything about Domantas Sabonis behind the scenes.
You know what I want them to do? I want them to have a starting 5 European edition.
Yeah.
Giannis, Luka, Jokic, and who's
Jakob Poeltl, exactly.
Bro's gonna come to them and be like,
Bro, Jakob Poeltl starting 5 would be the most boring thing in the history of TV.
Low-key, Joel Embiid would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be a cool story.
Right? And then
behind all the hate towards him, how he deals with it. Bro,
in the starting 5, they talk about that. Like Jason Tatum's talking about the hate. You know, it was kind of cool. Yeah, nice. And then who would be the last one for a European starting 5?
Did you say Luka, Jokic, Giannis, Wemby?
Yeah.
Wemby.
There you go.
And Embiid.
Yeah.
Embiid's American though, so plays for America. But anyways,
okay.
Number 4.
Moving to number 4.
Ooh, who do you have?
I mean, the last guy I had in starting 5, Victor Wembanyama.
Damn, man! I was hoping I could have like a shock. I have Vic at 4 as well. So I think we have the same top 4.
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, Victor Wembanyama. The reason I did not have him over Anthony Davis
AD is the better player, and I can't discredit that.
I can't put a projection
over
what I've goddamn seen.
exactly.
Because I can't, like, if I'm putting someone over another player due to a projection, I have to confidently say that that projection is going to 100% be better than...
Yeah.
Like I have to say that I know for a fact my projection of Victor Wembanyama will be better than Anthony Davis. I think Vic's going to have a great season next year, but I can't say confidently that I would have him over Anthony Davis. So I'm going to put what I've seen.
And I want to give an example to that. Like, you know how you had Zach LaVine very high in your projection? You've seen Zach LaVine be that player before.
Exactly.
You know? So
I haven't seen Victor Wembanyama.
Exactly. He's going into his second year.
Hey, Zach LaVine had a great game today, by the way. Zach LaVine had an incredible
Was
game
it today?
Or yesterday?
Last game. No, last game.
Whatever the last game was.
Yeah, he had like 23
like
points.
23 or
there was no
something.
Kobe White, by the way. I had to make sure to see the stats.
Oh,
I'm like, yo,
really?
do I need to trade Kobe White in
I
my
didn't know
fantasy
that.
league?
I didn't know that.
I had to keep that.
Hey, preseason should not be overreacting, but like, it is making me panic about a couple of my players, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I need to make my trades before the stock goes down because ain't no people watching preseason.
Bro, that's what I mean.
I'll do my preseason
It's
research.
so,
But yeah, for like, we know AD's the better player, and obviously LeBron, we always joke around Father Time ain't gonna come, but at some point he's entering his.
Bro, I think
second
this
season.
is the best player on the Lakers.
AD? Yeah, for sure. I mean, he is considered that, and I hope he takes that leap where he is that number one. And I've heard some things.
I don't know about leap, but
not leap in that way, but like he's like in that team where like, I'm the best player. You know,
it's
like,
kind of hard to do that with LeBron James on your team.
But like,
that's like
LeBron,
that's why I don't blame him.
Like
for that.
LeBron has talked about like AD being next, you know, and I think with JJ Redick, I'm excited to see what they run with.
Did you
AD.
see what he did? He did the one lineup. He was like, there was a lineup that the Lakers had last year. It was like Reeves, I forgot who, Rui, LeBron, AD.
Yeah, D'Lo.
And was it D'Lo? Yeah, D'Lo, Reeves,
They're starting
Rui,
five.
LeBron, AD. And he was like, they didn't run that as much last year, and now we're running that as a starting five.
Yeah, because like Darvin Ham wanted to have Reeves off the bench. But
I saw a video like of Darvin Ham, or a picture, him next to Doc Rivers.
Yes, I saw that.
With his arms folded. I saw a comment that was like, he's upgraded from goddamn hands in his pockets to arms folded. What a guy, man.
Yo, I saw this. Is this the worst coaching duo? Yeah. And then the next slide was the Doc Rivers.
Yeah,
effect.
oh my god, bro. That is gonna be... That's such a memeable duo, bro. That's
it's
such a
so
memeable duo.
jokes. And Doc Rivers was
I feel so bad for Darvin Ham, man. What a poor guy, bro.
Play
This
defense.
Guy, this guy's a goddamn, like, assistant coach, and he's still getting it, bro. Like, what other assistant coach has that attention? I swear. But
yeah, that's actually a good question. I don't know. I'll think about that.
no
I'll get
one.
back to you.
No one. Literally no. Maybe, what's his name? Oh, my God. This is bothering me. Oh, the Knicks' old coach. He's on their assistant coaching staff now. Oh, you know what? Forget it. It's bothering me. Oh, what's it called?
Yes, back to what we were saying. Yeah, I'm excited to see the way JJ Redick implements AD, you know? So I'm really intrigued by that, and I think it'd be kind of cool to see, like, the Lakers...
David Fizdale, sorry. I just went to go. Okay,
Do you have a pic? Can I see a picture?
David Fizdale.
Should you search him up?
He's this dude. Yeah, this guy.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if he's on... I think he might be on Phoenix's, actually. He might be on Phoenix's assistant.
I have no clue. Anyways, going back to what I was saying.
Phoenix.
So I'm excited to see JJ Redick implement Anthony Davis into the way his playing style. And again, I was going to say, it would be kind of cool to see like AD play the 4 at times, but obviously they don't have that center, which they are looking for. Yeah. But again, I just could not see myself putting AD under Wemby, you know, even though I do expect Wemby to have
So
a
your
really
number
big
3
season.
is AD, just for...
Yeah, exactly.
Number 3 is Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
We just talked about him for
Yeah. And going back to Wemby, like, the reason, I mean, I have him over Sabonis because I think I can make up like a case for him being better.
Yeah.
Like everything I said of Chet, but on steroids. Yeah. Also, do you see he gained like 26 pounds?
Yeah, he looks more beefy, bro.
Bro, like...
I feel like weight is like another thing people look at in preseason that like... That's one of the things that people look at to overreact to. Like, yo, my favorite player gained... And always be someone... It'll be a random player. Like, yo, Ocha Abaji gained 20 pounds, bro. Leap. You know what I mean?
What's that guy? The guy in Cleveland, Armani Bates.
Yeah, he looks strong.
He freaking...
I don't know how good of a preseason is that, though. You know what? I'm interested.
Yeah, so the Victor, I mean, again, 3 blocks. Like, he has crazy stat lines. You know, like the steals are there. He's an all-round player, and I think San Antonio is going to have a somewhat better season. You know, especially he actually has a true point guard now, which I'm excited about. But yeah.
Yeah, Imani Bates has only played one preseason game, and he had 14, 1, and 4.
Wow.
Yeah. Fairs, bro. Shout out Imani Bates.
Fairs. Do you have anything to add on about
AD or Wemby? No. I feel like I said everything.
Number 2, Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
You know, number 1, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to... At times, I did have Joel over Nikola Jokic. I think it was...
Bro, Joel Embiid was the MVP until he got injured.
Yeah, he is crazy. But again, there's no... Like, Jokic is a whole nother level. Yeah. You know, like, it's debatable, but, like, Jokic is how many MVPs now?
Jokic has the highest... He has 3.
Yeah.
Jokic has the highest, like, IQ
and,
of
like,
a player
bro,
in the entire
That's what I'm saying.
league.
Like, bro... Like, you can't guard him in a way.
Fam, like, genuinely, people know what to expect, and you just cannot stop.
That's the thing. Like,
And that's when you know you're clear, bro.
Exactly.
These guys like Luka Doncic, like Jokic. I feel like Shea's getting into that. Giannis, you know what I mean? Like, was it at times Steph Curry? Maybe not like consistently now, but like you still get. You still get the Steph Curry like game. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Where you just can't stop them, like no matter what you do.
And
you know what's coming. I know a Steph Curry 3 is coming. I can't stop it.
Yeah.
I know Nikola Jokic, like insane behind the back, 360 pass is coming. Like I just can't stop
you can't really debate putting the center at 2 when he's widely known as the best player in the league.
Yeah.
You know, it's
like I can't put the MVP at 2.
Exactly. It's like me putting LeBron James 3rd all time when he's arguably the GOAT, you know?
Yeah.
it's like that comparison to a lower level.
He is 3rd overall though.
Okay, yeah. Under Scotty Barnes.
Yeah. True. I'm glad you know, bro. I'm glad you know. I'm glad you're aware.
But Joel Embiid, he is so freaking good. Like, again, like you mentioned, like he was about to break Walt's like numbers, you know? He was crazy. And I think this year, I don't think he's going to contend for MVP.
Do you think...
Spoiler alert, I do not think Embiid will contend for MVP. And the reason I say that is because I think, he will load manage a lot. Because I don't think he cares about the regular season. Yeah. He wants to have a healthy playoffs. You know, all those narratives talking like, Joel has to make the Eastern Conference. You have a good team around you now. You have Paul George, Tyrese Maxey that can...
You don't want to, like, have any reason to not, like...
Exactly. This year is the year he wants to go for the ring. You know? I think he's
going to be healthy,
you know,
bro.
and I look at this kind of with, like, the Kawhi Leonard on the Toronto Raptors where they load management every time they're
like, that was our 1 year to do it, right?
Yeah.
Like, the Kawhi Leonard had to be healthy in that
exactly.
Run. And same, I mean, the Sixers have a couple years to try, right? Like, but like they've already had so many unhealthy seasons.
Yeah,
they cannot have him unhealthy in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Year. So that's why I don't see him. And giving some praise to Nikola Jokic. I mean, there isn't much to say where he is like the best player. You know, advanced stats say it. Eye test says it. Stats say it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean. The defense is low-key underrated. Like, it's like...
Remember the conversation when people were saying Nikola Jokic is a bad defender?
Yeah.
Like a couple years ago, they were saying...
I mean, he shut that up at times. Like, he'll get into his... into his stance.
Imagine Nikola Jokic if he cared about basketball. that might be Wilt Chamberlain. I want to ask you, do you think... Obviously, like, Jokic wouldn't be your answer for this. Embiid is probably the closest we would ever get for... Like, or he's up there. He might be my pick if I had to pick someone to beat Wilt's record.
Really?
101 points?
That's crazy because I was thinking of asking you that today.
Really?
Yeah. I was like the 2K and I was like thinking about my 100%, 100 point,
just
game.
Casually throwing it in there. He played on rookie mode. He played on rookie mode where everything goes in.
Yo, shit didn't go in, bro. I was shocked.
Yeah? That's even harder to do than goddamn hit a shot. So congrats. But I believe either Joel Embiid or Luka Doncic. Yeah. To get 101 points, you would have to be the only person taking shots.
Yeah.
You have to be majority threes. And I feel like in today's day and age, it would have to go into overtime.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have to go into overtime. So, and like...
I mean, with Luka, bro, like when Luka's on, like, he's on. And you can say the same thing about Joel, but like 3 is greater than 2, and Luka's giving you more threes
Yeah.
than, you know?
But then again, Embiid's getting like hacked and scoring at
That is
ones.
true.
So that's a 3. It's a 3 the
Yeah.
old-fashioned way. You
And
know what
like
I mean?
the free throws,
Yeah.
clock stops.
Yeah, literally,
You
bro.
know?
And he's a free throw merchant. So I mean, so is Luka.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, and that concludes our top 10 list.
Yeah.
Real quick, I don't know if we can do this off the top of our head. I want you to pull up NBA teams on your phone, right?
Okay.
We're gonna do this for each position. We've been talking about the best players at each position. I want you to say who you think is the worst player at every single position. Because there's gotta be someone at the top that jumps at the top of your head for each of
Okay,
these
fine.
positions.
Fair.
So point guard, who is there?
Okay, I'm
right now, I'm looking at it. The Clippers might be up there, or are we counting
No, James
Harden?
Harden, yeah,
Harden. Okay, fine.
For Scoot Henderson.
Okay, the Jazz of Keontae, it's not gonna be him. It's not the Memphis Grizzlies, not the Bucks, not the Hawks, not the Sixers, not the Kings, not the Nuggets, not the Bulls. Damn, there's a lot of good point guards. Is it?
Portland.
Is it Portland? It's Scoot Henderson?
Yeah.
Oh damn, it's probably Portland. Is it Scoot Henderson or is it Jordan Poole? Who do you think is gonna Scoot?
Because I've seen, again, like the way you said about the Wemby,
Yeah.
I've seen Poole be good, you know? And this is like the projection. So I'd probably say Scoot
Fair
Henderson.
enough. The worst shooting guard in the league. There's one answer. There's only one answer, and you know him.
Probably do. I just have to go through the teams. No.
You took too long. It's Grady Dick. Grady Dick is the worst starting shooting guard in the entire goddamn league. Oh yeah, but I meant starting shooting guard.
Yeah,
Like who's the worst? That's a starter.
Fair. I was thinking Gary Trent.
Gary?
Pardon me.
Nah.
But yeah,
Gary can have
Grady's
it. It's
valid.
Grady Dick, bro. Like or like Trey Mann if he started. Josh Green. Josh Green's there.
Yeah.
He's probably the worst shooting
I
guard.
think Grady Dink will have a better season.
Yeah. Well, there's shooters up there for worst point guard as well. By the way,
Yeah, I think, yeah.
he's up there for worst point guard. I'd say Scoot's probably worse.
Yeah, probably.
Where's small forward?
That's tough because some of them I don't even
Some of them, I don't even know if they're small forwards. Like who are we counting as a small?
Washington
forward?
Wizards have Kyle Kuzma at power forward.
No, because Tobias Harris is worse than him.
What do you mean?
Tobias Harris is the worst player than him. That's
No,
small
but is
forward.
Kyle Kuzma? Yeah,
Oh.
true. Is Kyle Kuzma a small forward or power forward? That's what I mean.
Oh, Bilal's their small forward. Bilal's not better than Tobias. Is it Bilal Koulibaly?
you
The
also-
man who said Pascal Siakam is the most overrated player in the league happens to be the worst starting small forward in
You
the
also
league?
have Denny Abdia.
Oh crap! Yeah, he's the worst. Nah, he's the worst. He's the
Denny's not like. I mean, I would low-key.
He's the worst, bro. I'm taking Bilal over Denny.
really.
100%.
Are you taking that because of the off-court
Yes.
stuff, or are you taking on the on-court?
Even if it is like based on the damn.
Who do the
off-court.
Clippers have at Derek Jones Jr.?
Yeah. Oh, it actually might be Derrick Jones Jr. I'm not that big of a fan.
I'm pretty big on
Najee Marshall.
Yeah.
No, but he's not starting. Clay's starting. Is Clay the worst small forward in the league?
No. Okay, relax.
Who's the Spurs? Is it Keldon?
Yeah.
Keldon Johnson?
Who's the Suns?
Ooh. Royce O'Neal.
Yeah.
He's not the worst.
I would say probably Bilal Koulibaly.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna say Derrick Jones Jr. I don't think he's the best.
Oh, really?
I don't think he's gonna have a
You're
good
taking
season.
Denny over Derek Jones Jr.?
Yeah.
Fairs,
Man.
Who's the power forward?
forward.
Shit.
Um.
Who do Philly have at the 4?
What's his name? I don't know.
Is it Kelly Oubre Jr. or is it
Well,
Caleb
Kelly's.
Martin?
It's probably Caleb Martin. Yeah, it's Caleb Martin. Oh, it
Yeah.
actually might be Caleb Martin. You know.
Washington Wizards have Alex Sarr.
Never
Jazz
mind.
have-
It's sorry.
Utah Jazz have.
Lowry.
No, I was just getting the name. I knew.
Yeah.
Raptors have Scotty. San Antonio. Who does San Antonio have at their 4?
I don't know. Man, this is rough. I don't know. Is it Julian Champagny? If it is, then it's definitely him.
You search that up.
Yeah. I
Sacramento.
didn't search it up.
No, I'm saying you search it up and let me know.
okay, gotcha.
Sacramento Kings.
Oh, Jeremy Sohan. Yeah, he's probably the worst. He's probably the worst.
Are you taking him over Caleb? Are you taking that over?
No, I'm not taking him over Caleb. I'm taking Caleb over Sohan any day.
I mean, it depends who the Heat start. Because if it's Nikola Jovic,
No, then he's probably the worst.
Right?
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't know who. We should do this when we know the starting lineup. So
yeah, true. We'll come back to
worst
it.
center in the league. I don't give a damn. It's Jakob Poeltl.
Clint Capella's
Nah,
up there.
realistically, it's probably Vucevic. No, it's Vucevic. I don't care. It's actually Vucevic, bro. He's so bad, bro. Vucevic is so bad, bro. He's actually
Is he worse than Trace Jackson Davis?
I don't care. He is, bro. He actually is. Like, he sucks so bad. Just because of what you expect as well. I'm taking that into account too. He sucks. He's so
I mean,
bad.
who are the Pelicans starting at center? Oh, Herb Jones. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah,
I
yeah.
am so
What are they
excited
doing?
for that team. Oh my
What is
freaking god.
But how's that gonna look?
Bro, I don't give a shit. Like, this is the Houston Rockets, and I think it might work. Because you're surrounding Zion with shooters.
Just trade for Jakob Poeltl, bro. Take Jakob Poeltl, please. Please,
Give
I
us Trey
beg.
Murphy.
Give us Trey Murphy, bro. I need Trey Murphy to request the goddamn trade, because then they're doing that trade. This is the only thing holding them back. Contract-wise, Trey Murphy is the only way we can make that trade work. So if Trey Murphy requests for a trade, they're like, okay, what do we need? We need a center. Hey, we have Jakob Poeltl available. Boom. Trey Murphy for Jakob. Straight up. I'll even throw in a second-round pick, bro. I'll even throw in goddamn Jonathan Mobo. You know what I mean? I'll throw in anything.
Scotty's best boy?
Huh? Yeah.
Scotty.
I don't give a damn, bro. I'm sorry. He's not very good. But yeah. That was a fun exercise.
Where's Charlotte's center?
Mark Williams.
I mean, he's always injured, so I don't count him. Nick Richards.
Nick Richards? Then it's probably Nick Richards.
I
if we
mean,
counted that, but-
well, that was.
we're assuming everyone's healthy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Fairs.
Joel Embiid's the worst center in the league. Now, you know who's worse?
JV?
JV.
Loki?
JV's like kind of bad, bro. I can't lie.
I think JV's going to get traded by the Devils.
Wendell Carter Jr. is up there. He's the worst.
I'm taking Wendell over JV. I think we spoke
We're not
about
doing this again. We're not doing
was
this
this
again.
on an
Yes,
episode?
yes,
Yes, it
yes.
was.
We
It
did
was.
this. And I don't even know how.
Oh, yes.
Wait, how'd that even come up?
It's Zion Pablo.
Oh.
Yo, you see that? We had no debates this episode. I was like, fuck.
Like, you should have put Embiid at 9, bro. Like, come on. What are we doing? Anyways.
Well,
that wraps
thank
it
you guys
up.
for watching this episode. If you have tuned in for all of these lists, I really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've been active on the IG, and we're active. Like, all these episodes we mentioned to you, we're having an IG post, you know. So check that.
Put the worst. Let us know the worst and the best list out of all the episodes. I'm interested to see which ones we clicked on and which ones we didn't.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I think Power Forward's most entertaining.
Power was definitely.
I would say most entertaining, but it was also the worst quality
worst
wise.
list.
No, quality
Quality-wise,
right?
yeah.
You know?
Because we had goddamn NBA highlights playing
Yeah.
on that episode.
I mean, it did
we
well.
appreciate you if you watched that
Yeah.
episode, bro. We did. Because, like, bro, I don't know. This is a fun episode.
I think this was the best quality
Yeah.
episode, you know?
See, that's what we did. We sacrificed the quality for last episode and put it into this one, you know?
And then we had all the debates because everyone's going to watch.
Yeah.
Come on, that's marketing
Come on,
strategy.
literally.
Two marketing majors.
Yes, sir. I'm not a marketing
Yeah.
major, but
Well, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for our next episode where it's going to be award predictions, early award predictions. Take care, guys. It's been your boy Mahdi.
it's been Yousuf. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.